Hello, Dr. Alexandra Melo. It's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Can I ask you a little bit about your homeopathic journey?
Yes, it's actually a bit of a story. I was always passionate about health. And you know the saying, we are what we eat. Therefore, I wanted to do something with in relation to food, but not be a nutritionist. I wanted to know everything about the food industry from the moment that the raw materials arrive until they get to your table and all the journey. So I did a degree in food engineering, and I was sent to England to do a study at Reading University because we had to design, as the end of the 5-year degree, a new food product, and mine was on chocolate and port wine. So I was invited to come to Reading, and it was a joint venture between the food science department and the Cadbury's Research Institute, which are both in campus, one next to the other. And it was very nice. So when I graduated, I was happy on one way, but very taken aback because I thought that I did not want to work just in chocolates or just in dairy, and health had much more to do than just be specialized in an area. And because I had been in Reading before, I went back to do a master's on food microbiology. So all the diseases that people could get from contaminated food. That was very nice. But when I finished, I thought, well, there are many more microbes that can produce disease than just the ones that contaminated food. And therefore, on my quest, I did a PhD this time in London at King's College on just pure applied microbiology. And when I finished that, I started working as a researcher in a postgrad position with Glaxo. I was hired by Glaxo, and that was actually quite stressful. It was 2 years that were not exactly what I expected, but you know, from every experience, you learn a lot. So after that, I realized that I did not want to follow the normal allopathic way. And I got pregnant as well. I had a child on the way. So being a scientist, I continue my quest on the optimal approach to health. And after searching several therapies, I came across homeopathy, and it just blew up my mind. And when I start seeing the results as well, oh my God. So went back to study with the British Institute of Homeopathy and became a fully trained homeopath. And since then, I never looked back. So I'm very happy. It has been a blessing to me and my family and the animals. And that's it. I just love it.
Wow, what a journey! Goodness me! And I was going to say I have a very similar background, because I actually went as a 20-year-old to be self-sufficient on a farm. You know, so how different can we both have an approach to the origins of food? But tell me, what do you love about being a homeopath?
Well, apart from the fact that it can produce miraculous results and it's all natural and it's also very accessible, the remedies are safe, are natural, and they are cheap. And you can get them wherever you are in the world, because there are many pharmacies around the world specializing on producing homeopathic remedies, and they are FDA approved as well. Not only the results, but I love the work because I love nature. And when you become an homeopath, it's basically an ever-ending study, and you study everything about nature because we can get remedies from, mineral kingdom, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and it's just very rewarding. So I'm studying what I love, and at the same time I'm benefiting people around the world, so not only immediate family and people that live around me. So it's fantastic. So it gives you an autonomy. You are your own boss. You put on your own hours and as much effort you want into it, and it's very rewarding.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, we are so pleased to have you on our team at Homeopathy 24/7, especially with your background. And of course, being part of a team of homeopaths is really exciting as well. What are you hoping for with Homeopathy 24/7? Why did you choose to come and join the platform? And how do you see working internationally as a homeopath?
Well, having said that it is very rewarding to be your own boss and working from home or wherever you are in the world, as long as you have internet and your computer, the downside of it, because everything in life has a positive side and a negative side, is that you can at the times feel very isolated. And joining homeopathy 24/7, it was one of the best things that happened to me, especially coming from an academic background, that even when I did my PhD, you have a big team where you can rely and you can brainstorm. If you are working alone, it's not the same thing. And homeopathy 24/7, not only you become part of a team and you work with like-minded people, but they are extremely helpful. And so it's very exciting because not only you learn how to be a better professional, but as well you keep on learning and you can share experiences. And I find that especially nowadays, extremely precious.
Perfect, perfect. And you're quite right. Because our team has got such diverse homeopaths from around the world, we've got so much knowledge, and it's been fantastic for us to be able to share that, hasn't it, and help each other. And I keep saying all we've got to do is be helpful homeopaths. And that's to other homeopaths as well as to everybody else who might be just learning about homeopathy. It's just such I'm always absolutely amazed that we are so lucky because we just get to talk about homeopathy all the time, and it's just perfect. And as a homeopath before, we perhaps didn't have that opportunity quite so much in our local community, in a local practice, but obviously with our international community, the opportunity to talk about homeopathy 24 hours a day is just brilliant. Tell me a little bit, just before we finish, tell me what your favorite remedy is and why.
I would say I would have two remedies. One is calendula, which I think it's amazing, and it should be part of any household kit. Extremely important, because especially if you have kids, because it's like the homeopathic betadine. You can use it on everywhere in the body, locally, internally, diluted, and you can rinse your eyes, in your mouth for ulcers. It has so many applications. Many times I say I could run a clinic only on calendula. And the other one would be Ruxtox, because again, it's a fantastic polycrest. It has so many uses, and especially now coming the winter months with a lot of damp and cold, which is one of the main etiologies. and you can treat from arthritis to sprains to flus to colds, hives, you name it. You know, it has so many applications. So I do love Rextox.
Brilliant. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing with us. It's lovely for our community just to get to know you a little bit more before coming to work with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mary, for having me. It is a pleasure, and I am really happy that I joined the team too. So thank you for having me.